Right on. Well, thank you for taking some time here to join the Toddcast in Vancouver.
Yeah, of course. I love the
So,
post got in the background.
oh yeah, which do you like more? Do you like the Rage or do you like the Zepp?
I just noticed the Zeppelin too. I like them both.
Tough call.
hmm
Which band do you like more?
It depends on the day. It depends on the
Right?
day. I
Like
feel like
it's so tough because they're both just so influential.
yeah.
Obviously Zepp's more, I think, though.
I don't know. Tom Morello, I feel like is like he's kind of like the Eddie Van Halen of the '90s. Like he was so innovative.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I really don't know.
yeah, it's a tough one. I love that. Tom Morello versus Jimmy Page.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's
out of the gate. So
yeah.
your Guitar Windsor, and I think I just realized why from your Terry Fox video. So
Yeah.
you're from Windsor.
Windsor, Ontario. Yeah. Yeah.
And it surprises me that when you talk to people that nobody knows who Terry Fox is.
Yeah, it's interesting because so since I'm from Windsor, I'm like on a border city or
Yeah.
Windsor border town, and so um I go over to the States a lot and I've asked a lot of Americans, even people just from Detroit, like questions about Terry Fox, like and no one, I've never once met an American who knows who Terry Fox is. So I posted a video like talking about that and
Yeah.
it was weird, a lot of people from like European countries knew who he was. So I don't know if it's just America who
It's
doesn't know.
just such a shock because, like, as a Canadian, he should be on our money.
Exactly. Yeah. Like he's one of those people who I've never met a Canadian who doesn't know who he is.
Oh,
So yeah, it's
yeah.
it's it's definitely a shock. I
And
think that's
so,
the big
did
difference
you
between
grow up the whole time? Like, you've been in Windsor your whole life then?
yeah.
Okay. And so
Mhm.
what's their scene like right now?
There's not
Like, is there a scene in Windsor?
not I don't know, it's a lot of cover bands to be honest.
Hmm.
Like there is somewhat of a scene, like there's a few bands here and there, but like I definitely would say there's not a lot of like original music coming out of Windsor right now. I don't really know anyone else from this city who like is insanely like into like
Crushing it. Who are
yeah,
some of the bigger bands that have come out of Windsor?
I honestly don't really know to be honest.
No.
Like I don't know many people. Like I feel like the thing about Windsor, I feel like there's a lot of like untapped potential because it is right. It's sandwiched between Detroit and Toronto, which are
Yeah.
like two of the biggest music hubs in the world. Like you got Detroit that has Motown, Eminem, like so many,
Kid Rock.
unfortunately. Um, and then we got Toronto, which has like a lot of the biggest artists who have ever come out of Canada have come out of Toronto. So
Yeah.
it's an interesting city because you have both. Like I know a lot of people like go over to Detroit for shows and concerts, and a lot of people go up to Toronto. Like you have both options. So I think it's definitely like a breeding ground, I guess, for people who want to pursue music. I just haven't really seen it happen. There is a big art scene though, like visual arts in Windsor. Like I know a lot of big artists. Actually, this is an artist right here, Stephen Gibb. He's like I feel one of the biggest artists who have come out of Windsor. He designed like Trippie Redd's album cover, but he would just start off as like a local artist. And then there's Denial, Enjoy Denial. He's like one of his paintings made it into like the GTA 6 video
Oh, no
game.
way. That's
Yeah,
cool.
like there's a few visual artists who I feel like have really like made it out of the city, but when it comes to music, I don't really know too many people who have like made it really cracked like the mainstream.
Yeah. 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 Like you say, you almost got to get to Toronto at that point.
Yeah,
Bigger hub. And yeah.
it definitely has caused like a lot of like it's difficult to because I have been like actively looking for people because I wanted a band and so like for years I was looking for that's why actually I started with the name Guitar Windsor was I was just looking for people in Windsor who played drums or bass, to like get something going. I finally, like just a couple months ago, found a drummer, but it took me like 4 years to find someone in this city. Like they're the musicians who are like in my age group. I'm 21, but the musicians who are like young and like extremely passionate are like few and far between.
Right, and maybe they're not necessarily the music that you like to play. Like, didn't I
That,
see that your drummer's like 17 or 18? He's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
really young. But
Yeah, but
Crusher, some of the shit he's posted, it's like,
yeah, no, Julian's like crazy, insanely talented drummer. Like, and that's another thing, like you mentioned, not necessarily playing like the same music, like finding someone who has the same taste. Me and him both have the same idols, which is so rare, like
yeah,
so lucky. Not only did I find like a phenomenally talented drummer, but I also found someone who has extremely similar music tastes. Like we both love Soundgarden and we both love John Frusciante. So it we clicked right away. And like I remember our first time we jammed together, we did a cover of Gun by Soundgarden
mm,
and he recorded it on his phone and we both kind of were like, "Oh, that was good." And then we listened back to it on the phone and we're like, "Holy crap, we sound like amazing. Like it sounds like the recording." And so it was like instant chemistry with him. So I'm very, very grateful. Like I feel blessed that like I finally found someone.
that's cool. And
Mhm.
so, like, how old were you when you decided that music was going, like, that it will be the path?
I think I've always had a passion for music. Like before I started playing guitar, I was a pianist.
Mm.
I started playing piano at the age of 7, and I was
Did
like
you like it, or were you like, what the fuck? Why
no,
are you making me take these lessons?
no, no, no. I liked it. I really liked it. I really liked piano, and I don't think I realized how much I liked it until like I don't even know when, but I always enjoyed it, and I always like put a lot of effort into it, and I did a lot of competitions, and I would always place like usually first or second. Like it was my passion, and I really, really enjoyed it. And not to toot my own horn with that little fun fact, but I feel like had something like very innate in me when it comes to music. And then it was COVID that made me start playing guitar because
Oh,
this uh this guitar was actually um like I'm holding it right now. But
oh, nice.
yeah, this guitar was something that was a band. My dad used to have a bar in the city, and this band that was like touring left this guitar here. He calls them like a week later, and he's like, "Oh, are you guys gonna come get your guitar?" And they're like, "That thing, like, it's a piece of trash. Keep it."
I'm
So
like, no.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So he held on to it for like 20 something years,
Oh,
and
well,
then COVID rolls around and I'm like, I have all this free time. And it wasn't even I wanted to start playing the guitar. I just wanted to decorate my room. And so I was gonna buy a crappy guitar to just like hang on my wall. My dad's like, I got one. So he hands me this guitar. And every day when I'd walk into my room, I would like pluck the low E string. And that's the first, but it wasn't tuned properly. So it was the first note of Seven Nation Army. And I remember always hearing that, like the dun,
dun,
every
dun, dun,
play
dun.
it.
Sure.
And yeah, so then eventually I was prompted to learn that. And I think around that same time is when I discovered grunge music. Um, I found like Alice in Chains was the thing that like really like that was it. Like after I heard Dirt, after I heard Man in the Box, like I became obsessed and like every single day I would play nonstop and
What was it about Alice, do you think? Like, is it the guitarist, or is it the singer, or is it just
I
everything?
think everything. Like I love Jerry Cantrell. Jerry Cantrell is like my biggest inspiration by far. And Lane Staley, I truly think he's like the greatest vocalist. Like his voice, every live performance I've ever seen of Alice in Chains, like his voice sounds better than the recording. And there's no other artist I can really think of that's like that. Maybe Chester Bennington, like where it's like the live performance is like studio quality. But Lane, it's like he would hit his no his voice was so like interesting. It's like the vibrato he did and like how powerful he was and the riffs with Alice in Chains. I don't know what it is truly that like drew me to them. Like I was obsessed. I've listened to Dirt, that album, like
seven
I
million times. Like, yeah.
yeah. There was one time on my Apple Music it said I listened to it 5,000 times in 1 year. So
Oh my God.
very, very much like obsessed. But yeah, basically, I started playing guitar every single day, and I remember my guitar felt really uncomfortable, but I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, this is probably just what everyone feels like when they're starting to play a new instrument.
Yeah.
And then a few years in, I realized I was playing a left-handed guitar this whole time, and I'm
Okay.
right-handed. And so I just taught myself how to play left-handed.
Oh my
And
God. And what is that thing plugged in, by the way? What is the best riff? Nice. Okay, well, hit us with what's your favorite riff off of Dirt?
my favorite riff off of Dirt, I think the first one I learned was Them Bones, because it's drop D.
Yeah.
So it's very, you're just like going up the neck.
Oh, I can't hear the guitar, but I trust that you're playing it. You get that a lot, by the way. Holy fuck, man. Easy
Yeah.
everyone. Like, are you really legitimately
Well,
playing?
now, oh no, this is
Are
gonna
you? You know, it's insane. Settle
happen.
down. Holy
Yeah.
crap, man.
I guess I didn't, I put my amp on the other side of the room, which wasn't that smart of me. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, a lot of people don't think I'm playing for whatever reason, which honestly, like, it's a compliment. Like, if you think my playing's that good,
Totally.
it
I
sounds
like the
that.
one video where you're like, yeah, it's called production value.
Yeah.
Like, well, how come there's music playing when you're playing? Like,
Yeah.
how come you're such an idiot? How about
Yeah.
that as a
Yeah.
reply? You know?
And honestly, like, the haters are what pushes my page to the For You page, because it's people arguing in my comment section
Right.
that it makes TikTok think that, like, oh, like a lot of people really are engaging with this video, like they push it. And so it was comments like that, honestly, like, don't bother me. And a lot of times, like, it's I don't read comment sections often, but
Yeah.
when I do, like, they throw me for a loop, because the thing, like, the people who follow me are like actually like very loyal, and like they they anytime there's haters, like, I don't even gotta say anything. Like, other people will step in and
They got
say
your
something.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, they got back, and it's an amazing feeling to know that, like, I've built a community of very like cool people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. So you're a session guitarist in a karaoke band. First off, I didn't even know that existed. I thought the karaoke was just onto its own thing, but I love that. So what are your top, like, I don't know, top three, top five songs that you're pushing? Like, let's do this tonight. What are you chirping off about?
So I can give a little context with the band as well, if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I play for a karaoke band, like you mentioned. So the band's called Good Enough Live Karaoke. Tim, the starter of the band, he sent me a message on Instagram, and he was like, "Oh, explain to me the premise." Basically, the whole premise is we play, you sing. And so he explained the concept to me, and he's like, "There's a 350 song set list." And I was like, there's no way in hell I'm ever doing it. And so he kept asking me. And eventually one day I was like, you know what, I'll do it. I played a show, and also this was the first show I ever played. I've never played a show before because, once again, like, I've never had a band. So I play this show and I bomb every single song because obviously. And some time goes on, I start playing with them, and I really, really enjoy it, and I put the work in. And so as of at this point, I've memorized 127 songs out of the 350, which took, I think, like 8 months to do. It was a lot of work, but I really like playing. My favorite songs are like Rebel Yell, Billy Idol. Um, what's another one? I like playing New Orleans is Sinking by the Tragically Hip. Um, Living on a Prayer. Anything that, like, I get to turn my
That's
distortion.
my go-to if I'm singing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hit me
And
with some Bon Jovi.
yeah, Bon Jovi's great. Bon Jovi's great. Yeah,
So good.
anything that's like I get to turn my distortion pedal on and like bang my head, I'm all about. War Pigs is another one that's really fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like to sing? Do you karaoke sing much or no?
I never really sang. I honestly, it's weird. I just kind of discovered that I could sing recently. Like I never had the confidence to sing before. Like
Yeah,
the first few years of me having my channel, I never posted a video of me singing. And it wasn't until I started writing as well this past year. And I never envisioned myself as like a singer or like the front man or anything like that. I always saw myself as a guitarist.
yeah.
And I showed my friends, two of my close friends, Sabrina and Emily, the song I wrote. And their reaction to it really like gave me the confidence to sing. And ever since then I started writing more and more songs and pushing my voice, and like I'm really happy that I was vulnerable enough to like show them that, because it gave me the confidence to like discover this talent I really didn't know that I had. And I still to this day have never sang in front of like an audience. Like I've never sang at a karaoke show yet, and I've
Mm.
never done any I've never I still haven't done that yet. So I haven't sang really.
It's coming.
Yeah, hopefully.
Are your parents musically inclined as well, or
Mm-mm.
no?
My dad had the bar, like I mentioned,
Yeah,
and he had a lot of like bands touring, and it was also a art gallery. It was called Milk Coffee Bar, and so a lot of people from Windsor, like I know the name because it was very he had a lot of these local artists like Stephen Gibb, the guy who I mentioned before. A lot of these like guys before they broke out had art shows at my dad's bar when they were just small up and coming artists. So he always had like a passion for art, but there's not really like neither of my parents are musicians.
Hmm. Like music was obviously around the house though as a kid. Really?
Not.
That's crazy. So, well, how did you get into the music thing? And was it just like friends and just kind of on your own and finding it?
I'd say so. Like the thing, like I mentioned before, grunge, Alice in Chains, like that was really what did it for me.
Hmm,
Um, that was kind of like a mix. My uncle, he's really into music, and he kind of like anytime he would babysit me, he would like play me records and stuff like that. I remember he played me Fleetwood Mac's The Chain. I still remember that like it was yesterday. He put that on vinyl, and like that
yeah,
intro, like instantly I was like, holy crap, this is really cool. That was one of the first albums I ever bought was um
rumors.
Rumors, yeah. And thank you for helping me out there. But like other than that, he also showed me he's a really big Pearl Jam fan, so
Okay.
showed me Pearl Jam. I liked Pearl Jam, but like doesn't hold a candle to how much I like love Soundgarden and Alice in Chains. So
Yeah.
he kind of like opened the door, and then YouTube kind of really, I started spiraling, going down all these rabbit holes and like listening to all the grunge albums. But yeah, it was kind of like my own sort of independent thing. I really didn't have any like friends or anything either that were into that type of music.
Oh wow. That's so surprising.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's so surprising. What was your first concert that you went to? And what stands out from that show?
The first concert I went to, like oddly enough, is was a Korn and Alice in Chains concert.
I loved your Watu Wadaku the t-shirt.
Yeah, yeah, that video is funny, but
So
like
it was Corn and who?
Alice in Chains.
What?
Yeah, Alice was opening for Korn,
Wow.
and I didn't know who Korn was at the time. So I went for Alice in Chains. This was my friend Brooke who invited me. And we went to this concert. We went to go see Alice in Chains, whatever. And I like, obviously, I was super emotional and like super excited. I was really young too when I went. Not really young. I was in high school, but like
Young.
16, 17, whatever, around that age. And um, I remember Korn came out and they started with Blind. Da-na-na-na, and I remember
Mm.
seeing something change in the crowd. I was like, what the hell is about to happen? I had no idea like Korn, what type of music they were. I've never listened to a Korn song. And Jonathan Davis comes out, are you ready? And everyone like started banging their heads. I was like, holy crap, what is going on right now? Like I
Nice.
remember being like hooked instantly. Like everyone, the vibe changed so drastically and like instantly. And like Korn's live performance was phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
uh, after that show, I went down like a new metal phase. Like I love Korn, I love Limp Bizkit, I love Slipknot, I love System of a Down. But yeah, that was like a crazy first concert to go to.
That's so good. Yeah.
Mm.
Like, you are full on rock nerd. I want to touch quickly on the Seattle sound, and you're like, oh, it's Soundgarden or it's Alice in Chains.
Pardon?
Which one is it? Is it Alice in Chains or Soundgarden? Like
But
for the peak of Seattle.
I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Like I love Alice in Chains, and I always like Dirt was the album. Dirt, I personally think is like the greatest album of all time. Like every song off that album could be a single, and like Lane's voice is so unique, and it truly like was the thing that got me started, like started me on rock music. But Soundgarden, it's like Kim Thayil's soloing is another thing that's like very much influenced like how I play guitar. Like Jerry Cantrell, I feel like his songwriting and like the licks he does very much influenced me. But like Kim Thayil soloing, I think Kim Thayil is like the greatest guitar soloist of all time.
Hmm.
Like I really like Matt Cameron as the drummer as well. I'm looking at my Soundgarden poster as I'm like naming these fun facts, but obviously Chris Cornell too. Like Chris Cornell's voice is like I don't even know how to describe like how insane his voice is. I don't know, honestly, when it comes to those two bands. Like I love them both. I'd say I Alice in Chains is like my favorite band of all time, but like I listen to Soundgarden equally as much, if not more. It's just Dirt for some reason is like
Hmm.
I think the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, yeah. Can you remember where you were when you learned that Cornell had died?
I wasn't I was that was 2017, so
Oh,
I
you
was
weren't even into that.
oh, I
Okay.
no,
Oh,
like
shit.
I literally I got into all these artists like like at the beginning like 2020, so I didn't really know it. And that's another interesting fact is that he passed away in Detroit. Like once again,
Mhm.
uh, just like the weird, I don't know. Detroit's like has a lot of rock history. It has a lot of music history.
Yeah, yeah. Who are some of the more underrated guitarists, do you think?
I think Kim Thayil is the most underrated guitarist of all time. Like I truly think he's the greatest guitar soloist. Like the way he solos is so interesting and like it shouldn't sound good. He plays a lot of things incorrectly. Like he'll play in different key signatures or different keys than the chords that are like he's playing on top of like and yet it still sounds good. He's very chaotic, but it's still calculated. Like I have never I actually recently got into Rush too. So like Alex Lifeson is
Yes.
another player who I feel is very underrated, which it kind of makes sense. Like when you're in a band with Neil Peart, like you're not there's it's kind of hard to like not for the attention not to all go to him, but like I really like Alex Lifeson and I think he's really underrated. I really like Kim Thale. I think he's really underrated.
Mm.
I'm trying to think. I think those two honestly are like my biggest inspirations. I really like Hillel Slovak as well. He's the
Julius.
original.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I really like early Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like Freaky Styley is my favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers album, and Uplift Mofo Party Plan.
Yes. I love that you're like diving into some of these like super rad older records.
Those are my favorites. I Uplift Muffle Party Plan honestly has been like on loop for the past week. That's all I've been listening to.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I noticed that Matt Cameron liked your Spoon Man video.
Hmm.
Probably fangirl just a little bit
Oh my God,
with
yeah,
that
no.
one. Like,
Whenever like Matt Cameron, and that's the thing, Matt Cameron has like interacted with my page a few times. There was actually one time I caught it on camera. I was doing a Soundgarden cover, and Matt Cameron sent me like a DM, and I was videotaping while he sent me the DM. So you see me go up to my phone and like start crying. I posted the video. Like my eyes get teary and I started freaking out and I just kept playing. But like, yeah, to get his like attention is unreal. Like, and he's separately like interacted with Julian, my drummer's page as well, which is once again insane. But yeah, to get his approval, like his alike, same thing, like
freaking Matt Cameron.
yeah.
Yeah, your drummer did no, whatever cover or play along with Face Pollution, and it is so fucking good. Like,
Yeah,
it's so good.
yeah, Julian's like genuinely the craziest. Like he's a child prodigy.
Yeah,
He's really, but yeah, Matt Cameron's approval is like approve. I keep saying approval,
I hear
alike,
you. I
whatever.
hear what you're
Yeah,
saying. It's just
that's
so
how
like
that's
it
yeah,
feels so good to get
yeah.
that like because Matt Cameron's easily one of the like I'm a drummer. He's
Oh,
easily one of the best rock drummers like
yeah.
ever.
Yeah, no, he's amazing. Actually, I have a little story. The first time I ever had like an artist interact with my page, like an idol of mine, was Fred Durst. He commented on one of my it was an Alice in Chains cover actually.
Oh,
And it was when I had I think like 10,000 followers, maybe not even like which is a lot, but like in the grand scheme of things, it's like not that many. And like I remember uh I saw like some other artist said Fred Durst like commented on his video, and I remember I was like, oh, that would be so cool if one day like he saw my work. Like I remember like fantasizing about it, and then I remember I came home from like a shift, and I just opened my phone and I saw Fred Durst commented on my video, and I cried, I sobbed for like hours. Like it was genuinely like the greatest moment ever, and like I just the fact that I was able to catch the attention of like my idols just from my bedroom, like it still doesn't feel real. Like it is truly crazy the power of social media.
yeah, and the power of music for
Yeah.
to move you like that. It's pretty amazing. So
Yeah.
you mentioned Alex Lifeson. Rush, Rush, of course, is they're touring.
Yes, they
What's the
are.
most?
I have a little Rush post right
I see that
there.
there. Yeah. What's the most that you would pay to see a Rush show?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I don't even think I can answer that question.
Right?
Like,
Like,
yeah.
would you do 500?
That's okay. Here's another thing. Here's another thing. I, so right now, this upcoming year, I'm releasing music and I plan to like release my first album within the next few weeks. I was talking to you about this
Mhm.
before over messages, but I'm releasing like the first single and then eventually in the summer or the fall a full album. And I don't know what's gonna happen when it comes to like a record deal or how that's gonna play out. So like I've been very sparse with my money because I'm hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. Like if I have to pay, I don't want to release something that's half-assed and like I'm very passionate about my music and I know the music I've written is like not to toot my own horn, but it's very good and I put a lot of effort into it and I want to have like the best sound engineer working on it and I want the art and the visuals to be like top tier. So I
It'll
have not
cost you. That's going
yeah,
to cost you.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna cost a lot. And so like I honestly I'm not going to see Rush specifically for that reason. Like I can't. I can't spend, I have no spending money right now. Like everything I'm making is going into paying for this album as of right now. Like I'm budgeting for that. So,
Yeah, fair enough. That's exciting.
yes.
So, as a Canadian dumbass, were you surprised that Green Day didn't change the lyrics to American Idiot at the Super Bowl?
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I did not watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I didn't
I was,
either. I watched the halftime, and that's about it.
yeah, I saw like a couple clips from the halftime. Um,
Like, I just thought that that was the point, especially considering how politically charged and driven that Billy Joe is from the band. I thought that that would be the time to make that political statement. It
yeah.
surprised me.
What exactly? So he just sang
Well,
the
they did
song.
American Idiot, but they could have changed. I would have thought that they would have changed the lyrics in some regard to focus on Trump at least a little bit, but they didn't. They just played the
Interesting.
tune, and that was it.
Yeah, I didn't even, I saw some clips. This shows how out of touch I am with like pop culture. But yeah, I didn't even know Green Day played at the halftime show.
Oh, well, they played at the
Like,
very start, but yeah,
yeah, like I,
they started off the because it was Bad Bunny or whatever
mhm.
halftime, but yeah,
Yeah, well, I just saw the song was trending. I saw American Idiot was trending, so I covered it. But yeah,
yeah,
I, I honestly, yeah, I don't know. Once again, American culture, American pop culture, American political culture, all of that is so polarizingly different than Canadian culture. Like it's so graphic and like intense.
mm,
I even just with like FM radio every now and then I'll put on like the radio in my room and since I live right on the border of Detroit, I'll get American radio and even the things that they say on in commercial breaks are like so drastically different than like what is allowed in Canada. So sometimes I try and not tune in to that stuff, the American
yeah.
culture, because it's so
What's too
much.
much? It's too much
Yeah.
sometimes. Like it really shows the difference. Like even though we are next to them,
Hmm.
it may as well be Sweden next to us. Like sure they're like they look like us, they kind of sound like us, but they are not
Yeah,
us.
it's I honestly I think it's Terry Fox. That I blame it on
Yeah,
that. If
Dr.
you
Terry
grow up,
Fox.
yeah, like if you hear his story, you can't not be like
Yeah,
a vulnerable like when you're taught that when you're ingrained that this is like the standard, you got to be a good person. You got to run for cancer every year. You got to donate money. I honestly think it changed you know, I'm joking, but I'm not joking at the same time. Like I think like I honestly think like being raised like hearing that story so many times, I think it did instill like a very good value system
yeah,
into the Canadian children.
yeah. I agree. Like for me, I'm 52, right? So
Mm.
when he was running, like I was in grade 3,
Hmm.
grade 4, or whatever it was, and it was very like even then when he was still alive, it was very emotional. Like as a
Yes.
Canadian kid, it's part of who I am today.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's honestly the craziest story. Like I can't even anytime I like start thinking about it, like I get emotional. Like it's such a selfless act and
Yeah,
like he would run a marathon every day
yeah,
with in one leg, like for to raise money for children as he was a child dying of cancer. Like that's so like
selfless. Like it is
self
insane.
self it's insane. It's insane behavior. It is insane behavior,
Like
but like
in a good way. It's
in
insane.
an amazing way. Like it's almost like godly. It's like a saint would do that, you know? Like it's not normal human behavior. Like it's superhuman behavior. Like
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what's your take on AI music? Like, should these songs and bands that are released that should they have a label of like not made by a human being?
I do not like AI music at all. There's this one software that actually was doing like a social media brand campaign and I they hit me up to like do some promotional work for them and I looked into the company and I saw it was like an AI music company and so I just didn't answer, but I saw a lot of like my peers, I'm not going to name the company, but I saw a lot of like my peers, like other social media musicians, however you want to call,
Mhm.
but promoting this company. And I posted a video like, I don't understand. Why are you doing this? Why are you like, you're shooting yourself in the foot promoting like
Right?
if you're an aspiring artist and you're promoting AI generated music software, it's like, it's beyond me. Like I don't understand why you would do something like that. I hate it. I would never.
Hate it as well.
It doesn't make any sense.
Like
Like
music is already at that, like we're already at the point where it shouldn't be, where it's very disposable and people feel like, it's that next song, it's that next song. Like, again, I'm 52. So when I was a little kid, I used to sit down in front of the record player and I would read the liner notes and read along and see where it was recorded, who played on each of the records. And it's so far from that now that it's insane that people are embracing AI. It fucking blows my mind.
yeah, no, it's really crazy. Like another thing, like to add on to that is even album covers. I feel like have the standard has dropped so drastically. And here's like another thing that like is gonna cost me a lot of money. Like I promise you the album cover I have in mind. And like if I can I will accomplish my vision, no matter how I get there. I don't know, but like it's going to be an iconic album cover. Like, and I feel like we really need to bring those back. Like, I feel like a lot of album covers nowadays look like an Instagram post. Like, they're just like a picture. Like, it's like a random photo or like a cool photo, but like, it's not anything like Nirvana's Nevermind. Insane album cover that's going to stand the test of time.
Mhm.
Alice in Chains' Dirt album cover is like, once again, something that's like very cool and interesting to look at. And like, I feel like I haven't seen an album cover like that in like a very long time that's like so intricate. Like Freaky Styley, Red Hot Chili Peppers, I think is one of the coolest album covers of all time. But I really feel like we've moved so far. Like I haven't seen an album cover that's like you can tell is like very I don't know, like has a lot of there was a lot of effort, just as much effort as the music was put into the album cover as the album.
Mhm. Mhm. It's funny as you're saying that, I was thinking of some of the records that are huge that are really truly sad covers, like Metallica's Black. Straight, just it's a black cover, but it's one of the best rock albums
I
ever.
think it's honestly like I think there's a way to like be minimalist and it still does a lot. Like I think the black cover honestly like it's kind of punk rock like to just
I mean, it does have that little snake or whatever the in the
yeah,
blacky gray.
yeah.
You kind of see it, but
Maybe I have a bias because like I'm a Metallica fan,
yeah, same.
but I think that you can be minimalist and do something like that and still have like for example like the Ramones album cover is very minimalist but it suits the music. I
Yeah,
feel like what I'm trying to say more is like not necessarily that you have to put all this effort into like creating an album cover but it's like if you're releasing music that's very intricate and there's a lot of production value and all this layering and stuff and it's you're you're approaching it with like a minimalist mentality or you're approaching the album cover with like a minimalist mentality doesn't the music and the album cover don't match,
hmm,
like put the same amount of effort into the album cover, you know
yeah. That's what people are going to see.
yeah, exactly.
You mentioned Kim Thayil's probably your favorite soloist
Hmm.
for guitarists.
Hmm.
What is the best guitar solo of all time, and why is it Hotel California?
Hotel California. I That's another song that's on the karaoke list,
Mm,
so that's a solo I had to learn recently. I do like Hotel California, but I don't know. I think best is not like it's hard to say best because I think it's just music is so subjective.
yeah,
Like,
true. Okay, how about favorite? What's your favorite?
yeah. Favorite. I think Spoon Man is honestly one of my favorite guitar solos. I think Working Man recently, like I've been
Rush. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I've been obsessed with that guitar solo. I've been practicing it every day. I plan to like when me and Julian start playing shows, it's going to be something that's in the set list. But yeah, when it comes to Soundgarden, I'd say my favorite guitar solo is probably Spoon Man, or honestly, I can't even Slaves and Bulldozers, like the live performances when Kim Thayil's kind of just like jamming. Honestly, like the reason I say Spoon Man too is that was the first one I learned on the guitar, so it's kind of just like sentimental. But I think every Soundgarden guitar solo, oh, Super Unknown actually, or like Sue. Those two songs have phenomenal guitar solos. Yeah, honestly, no, I'm gonna lock in that answer. Like Suicide or Super Unknown, both those songs. God tier guitar
Yeah.
solos.
By the way,
Mhm.
your video about the losing your TikTok account and getting
Mhm.
hacked and all that, fucking gold. It was so funny.
Thank you. I
It was
appreciate that.
so good. Like, holy shit, you had to have like lost your mind losing an account with 200,000 followers. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yes. No, it was very devastating. Like I remember the moment it clicked, like right after I got hacked, I I had a breakdown. Like I lost like all my motor skills. Like I it was really bad. Like I because TikTok's notorious for not giving people their accounts back. And so I felt like I was done, and I didn't know what I was gonna do because like once again the whole thing with the record label, like I've built a platform, so technically like I have my own means of promoting my music,
Mhm.
from years and years of effort. And with the idea of that just being gone, like I was like I don't know what I'm going to do. This completely changes like what I've been planning for the past however many years.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I appreciate you liking that video because it took me 2 days to edit it, and like oh my God, like the brain rot, the amount of TikToks of brain rot audio and like all those random like
Yeah.
memes and gifs and clips, like I think I lost a couple brain cells editing that, but it was worth it. I appreciate you giving me a little time.
Yeah, you could tell it took some time. Sophia, by the way, thank you for hanging out for so long. I was like, oh, maybe like 15, 20 minutes. We're at like 40 minutes. So I will wrap it up quick, fairly quick, but there's some stuff I wanted to get to
Yeah,
before.
there's no rush at
Okay,
all.
okay, cool. Uh, so well, if there's no rush, then I want to get outside of music for a little bit and then I'll get back to music again. So are you a big sports fan? Like, are you watching any of the Olympics or anything like that? No, you don't care?
Actually, no, I love figure skating.
Mm,
I I actually saw Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer's performance that they won gold for in London because they're based out of London, Ontario, and they were doing this event with like Lindt chocolate, and I volunteered, and so I got to see them perform that performance live, and like I love that performance. I love Tessa and Scott. I've been like a huge fan of them, and I have been watching the figure skating, but other than that, sports don't. I mean, I like basketball
mm.
somewhat, but that's about it.
No, no hockey. You're like, no, don't need to watch the Leafs lose again.
I like hockey. I actually really like watching hockey live, but I'm not gonna watch it like in my house on my free time. Like
Yeah,
if I get tickets to like a basketball game or a hockey game or whatever, I'll go see it. But
yeah. But
that's
you're not gonna sit on a couch and watch a game.
yeah,
What do you watch then? What do you like when you find time and you set aside some time? What do you binge watching?
nothing. I honestly I don't. I kind of the mentality I have with, and this is kind of bad. Like it's always like whenever I'm like doing something, I'm like, okay, should I do it's like would I rather be doing this or playing the guitar? And it's always like, okay, I'd rather play the guitar. So most of
Yeah,
the time I'm filming videos, playing the guitar, or producing songs. Like I honestly say most of my day goes to my music.
yeah, no, that's fair enough. And so, if they were to make a movie about your life, what's it called, and who plays you?
That is a hard one to say because I feel like we're just at the tip of the iceberg right now, and there's already been so much. that has happened to me. I don't think I can answer that question yet because there's still so much to be
To be-
revealed.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. Do you believe aliens have visited us? Do you think aliens have been to Earth? Maybe they walk among us?
I think that there's I think that there's definitely like other species like in like to think that like we're the only creatures or like this is the only planet that like has life in the entirety of the galaxies. I feel kind of like a naive perspective.
Yeah,
So I think that there
true.
definitely are aliens, but I don't know about like anything else. I guess like if
One
they've been,
cross-eyed guy at the liquor store that looks a
yeah,
little off, like maybe
I don't know.
that's
Maybe he's just drunk.
he's just drunk. Sophia, have you ever had a near-death experience, like where you're like, "Holy shit, I could have just died there"?
Many,
Hit,
honestly.
hit us with one.
I ended up writing a song about this experience, and I was supposed to release it this year. It was a Christmas song. I almost died a couple Christmases ago, and it's kind of made me like resent the holidays. But I wrote a Christmas song about it, and I'll explain the story to you. But um, I was supposed to release it this year, but my TikTok account got hacked, so I didn't have a platform to promote it on. So I have a Christmas song fully recorded and everything, but I guess it's coming out this year. So
Sure, sure.
11 or 10 months from now, you'll be hearing the song. But basically, um, there was a really bad snowstorm in like Ontario, specifically like Essex County, where I'm from. And for days, there were all these warnings, don't drive, whatever. But my family decided like we gotta make we gotta take our risks, like we gotta go see the family for Christmas, whatever. And this storm was on, it was like 2 days before Christmas Eve. We started driving and like instantly every car that we see is like in a ditch, like, and we were driving very, very slow. And you'll understand the context of very slow by the end of the story, but 4 hours we've been driving, and we were taking the back roads as well because for some reason I don't know. We end up um the snow, I think it was like negative 17, 18, and eventually we get to a point where there's a bunch of cars that are like there's a snow wall barricade and all these cars are like piled up in front of us, and then you can't turn around because of how much snow, and then all these cars start piling up behind us. And so eventually we're snowed in to this back road, this little area, and my parents call 911, like, we're stuck here, whatever. And 911 basically says, like, bundle up, you're on your own, kind of thing. Like, we've warned you, it was on the news, like, you guys. So 12 hours we were in this car, and they also told us, like, you guys have to preserve your gas because we don't know when we'll be able to dispatch anyone. So, like, don't keep the heat on, whatever, or don't keep like the engine running. So
Yeah.
in this car that's barely heated, I remember I had like three pairs of like jeans on, and like I was I was layered up as much as I could be, but like I wasn't prepared for like a negative 17, like 15 hours of negative 17-degree weather. Like, and I remember me and my brother we had a deal, like he got the blanket and then I got the back seat of the van so that I could like lay down. And he told me he woke up to me like convulsing in the back because like I was like shivering so intensely. So like I woke up with a blanket on me, and he just like put it on me apparently. Sweet of him. But anyways, the next morning, we wake up to someone knocking on the window, like, uh, and they're like, "Oh, if you guys want to come in, we live right here, whatever."
Oh,
So Christmas, this is the day before Christmas. And to prove to you how much snow was coming down, we were parked in front of a house when the lights were turned on the whole night and we did not see them. Like, we had no idea we were parked in front of a house. Like, that's how much snow was coming down. So we go inside this house, and all these other people that were on this like back road were invited into this woman's house, and like everyone had such a tragic story of why they were like risking their lives. Like, one woman, her Dad was like dying in the hospital, and she just like was driving to go see him, and she was with an Uber, so they had to spend that 15 hours together. And then another woman
Well,
wedding, so she missed her wedding, another woman, and then another guy, he was like a truck driver, and his boss told him that uh he was going to be fired if he didn't deliver this load, whatever. So like all these people, it was just like awful circumstances, whatever. But that day, I remember we're in that house, and I was just like so drained mentally. We tried to make like the best of it, whatever. Like everyone had, um, like we were bringing up like lasagna, my Nona's lasagna, to the Christmas, like to my family's Christmas. We were driving to London, Ontario, and so which is a 2 hour drive. Keep that in mind for
like I was driving
the
for 4 hours. It's a
yeah.
2 hour
So,
drive.
and yes, we didn't even make it there. But anyways, I'll get to that point at the end of the story. But basically, we had no idea really where we were, but we we got the lasagna from the car. We shared it with all these strangers, whatever. We're trying to have like a we're having a makeshift Christmas Eve. Then the SWAT or something, I don't know this force, what this group of police or whatever is called, but they come to this lady's house, and it's like these army guys, and they're like, okay, we're going to we're going to bring you guys to a warming center. That's what they called it. Um,
Well, what's
so,
wrong with the house?
well, it's this
Feels like
random,
that's a warming center.
yeah, but like it's not her responsibility to take care of like civilians that have been on like the side of the road. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
basically, the police guy, he says to us like, oh, the truck can't get onto this back road because of how much snow there is, so we have to walk like a mile to this truck. And so they and once again, it's still like a blizzard outside, like freezing. And so I remember them coming up to me and like wrapping me in like scarves and stuff and whatever. We go outside and they make us all carry, we're all like holding onto this scarf so that we don't get lost, and we're like trudging in the snow. It's like up to our waist or like whatever. We're trudging snow. I'm like keeping my head down, like whatever. The police guy, he's going into all the cars in the ditches and like pulling people out, like we're going, come on, get it. The people who whatever were missed by this lady when she went in the morning to try and gather up as many people.
Yep.
So everyone's like getting added onto this scarf. We trudge down the road, whatever. We make it into the back of this like police van. Drive to a warming center, which was an elementary school in Chatham. And so we're in a gymnasium, and like the gym mats,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that those were all of the beds for the evening. And there's like all these volunteers like who made food and stuff and like changes of clothes. We changed some clothes, whatever. But yeah, that was my Christmas a couple of years ago. And then, yeah, we were in Chatham, which is an hour drive from my from Windsor. So it took us 4 hours to get there to prove to you how much snow was coming down, how slow we were driving, and still we ended up in that situation, like how bad the weather was. It was
That
truly,
I don't think people believe Canadians when they tell stories like that. Like, no, no, snow couldn't possibly be that bad. But
it
no,
was,
it's literally that bad.
yeah.
Yeah. What's the song called? Death by Christmas?
No, 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 Frozen Road.
Frozen. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Rapid fire questions with
Okay.
Guitar Windsor.
Yes.
Let's do this or that. System of a Down or Linkin Park?
System of a Down.
What's their best song? Or what's your
I,
favorite? What's your favorite song?
I really like Holy Mountains. That's been my favorite recently.
Hmm. Okay. Corn or the Chili Peppers?
I don't think I can answer that. Honestly, okay, wait, here, I have a fun fact. I have a hot take. I think that corn and the chili peppers are more similar than people realize. They both have very percussive vocalists. Bass is the lead instrument for both of those bands. Like Fieldy, his bass, he's another like guitar player who I completely idolize, think is underrated.
Yep.
His bass tone is like at the front of every single Korn song, and same with Flea. Like they both are the lead instruments, and then every other instrument is kind of like built around the bass lines for both those bands. Both the guitar players are very simple, and then they both have like human metronomes as drummers. So I truly think that like
Totally right.
the Corn is like the metal version, and then Red Hot Chili Peppers is the funk version of the same band.
Hmm.
So I think they're honestly like I like them both. It depends on the day. If I'm angry, Corn. If I'm holly jolly, I'll listen to Red Hots. But I love them both equally.
Rush or the Tragically Hip?
Rush, 100% Rush, 100% Rush. I love Rush.
Yeah. Zeppelin or Sabbath?
I think Black Sabbath. I think Black Sabbath.
Is it just Tony's riffs, or what is it?
I mean, like godfathers of like metal, like I I like Led Zeppelin. I've never been like the I've never gone down like a Zeppelin like rabbit hole, I guess. I do really like them, but if I'm gonna listen to like sloppy guitar and like intense vocalist, I'm gonna listen to Soundgarden. Like
Yeah.
I think Black Sabbath, like their first album, I think it's the self-titled album. I don't the one with War Pigs on it. But Fairies Wear Boots, that's like one of my favorite guitar riffs. Dun, 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 dun. I love that. I love that song. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Sabbath.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
Cats.
I have a cat myself.
What's your cat's name?
Azu.
Azu.
Zuzu. Yeah, Zuzu.
Nice.
Yeah.
South Park or The Simpsons?
South Park.
Yeah,
I love South Park. I've seen it way too many times.
so good.
So good.
Would you rather with GuitarWindsor? Would you rather meet Jerry Cantrell or Kim Thale?
I knew you were gonna say that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that. I've thought about that many times. I still can't answer that because they're both like
Yeah.
my
Who is
favorite.
the most famous person you've met?
Sylvester Stallone, probably,
Hmm. Where'd you meet him?
or it's like Hollywood Boulevard. I was getting a slice of pizza and he was in the pizzeria. Very Italian.
Yo, Sylvester.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tough call on Jerry Kim. I'm not sure who I'd rather meet too. Mind you, I have met Jerry.
Really?
Yeah, well, I used to work at the rock station here in Vancouver for 15 years.
Okay.
So I used to do the afternoon show, and
Uh-huh.
like whenever there would be a band coming in through the city, they'd always push the band to my show. So I was able to meet
Oh,
a ton of.
wow, that's really cool. Who's the swaggest person you met?
Oof. I mean, I went down and hung out with Metallica for a couple of days.
That's very cool. How are they? Like, what are their personalities like?
Oh, so cool. Yeah. I
Really?
mean, James is so cool. I hung out with Lars the most because he was the guy that I was interviewing for I did a world album premiere for the Saint Anger record.
Okay, that's very sick.
So I got to kind of hang out and play video games and just kind of, you know, dig into their fridge and just literally just hanging out, playing board
They're
games and shit. It was
they're
super
all
fun.
cool.
But they're all so cool, all so down to earth, and it's just like, it really shows you that these people are just like regular, they're regular people like you and I. They just make music that we love. That's the only difference.
I think it's interesting that you say that because I feel like media brands them to be like assholes.
Oh,
Like
not at all.
Metallica, which is I obviously like I'm not speaking from like any sort of personal experience, but like I feel like media wants us to like perceive them as like
Yeah,
bad
possibly. But
people. Every
you
time.
look back at some of the stuff that they've been branded like that, like Lars truly went through the ringer because of the whole Napster thing.
Hmm.
Think of what he was doing back then. He was protecting people like you. He was protecting
Yeah.
bands and artists and stuff, right? But
Hmm.
yet he gets slapped with the whole like, oh, money and it's all
Yeah.
about, it's not that. It's the intellectual property is what that
Yeah.
is. You know,
That's very true. It's yeah, exactly. It's like media
that's
spends
my
like
shit. That's my shit that took me some time to make. That's my stuff. Don't just give it away.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Uh, oh, and another cool, because I know that you're a fan of Slipknot. I had Corey Taylor come in and co-host a whole hour of radio with me. It was
That's so
it
sick.
was insane. Like, think I'm at a rock station that's like Metallica, Alice in Chains, Nickelback, Foo Fighters, Chili Peppers, right? But he wanted to play like Michael Jackson, Laura Branigan, Hall and Oates, and I was like, "Sounds good,
Corey,
buddy." I gave him the cord. He plugged his iPod in, and we played like literally everything that shouldn't have been played. I got in so much shit, and I was like, "Worth it."
yeah, yeah, definitely worth it. That's very interesting. I have
Yeah.
actually, now that you say that, I've seen some interviews where Corey Taylor talks about like his music influences, and I've never once heard him say something that's like
Like
heavy metal.
heavy stuff, never.
Yeah,
The same for me. Yeah, it's interesting. Do you smoke weed, by the way? You don't? Okay. Well, I was going to ask you, would you rather quit coffee or weed, but that doesn't make any sense.
I drink a lot of coffee. I've been sipping on coffee this whole
Yeah, well,
interview.
yeah. Last one. Would you rather have a personal chef or a personal driver?
Chef,
Yeah, same.
I love driving. I drive stick shift.
Oh, do you really?
Hmm.
Nice. Yeah, I can't be in a car. It's not very often and I'm not driving.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel comfortable. It's not that
Hmm.
other people aren't safe drivers. I just don't feel comfortable as a passenger.
Do you like driving?
Not really. I don't mind it in the city, but like big drives meaning like, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 hours at least. Like
Hmm.
driving around Vancouver, yeah, sure, I don't mind that. But bigger drives, I'm not a fan.
Really?
I just got a bum hip, so it kind of eventually it just starts to like really gnaw at me, and it's not good.
I
Yeah.
get that.
But ripping
I
around the city, like I got a sweet little car. I drive it like it's stolen. You know, it's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get. I for the longest time drove a Fiat 500,
Mm.
and I play a lot of shows in Toronto, and so I drive up to Toronto
Oh, how
in
long is that drive?
4 hours.
Oh shit.
But I honestly I love it. I blare my music. I'd have my Tim's coffee,
Yeah.
just chill. It's great. I love driving.
Nice. Oh, and I saw you're looking for a bassist. Maybe let's wrap it up on that. So, how do people get a hold of you? Like, what is it? What's the project like? I
Just
know bands hate saying like, "Oh, it's kind of like this," but
no,
what's
no,
it
no.
kind of
I
like?
I appreciate you like asking the question. I think the best way to get hold of me is send me like an email, to be honest, because like Instagram for some reason I don't get notifications. Same with TikTok. Like
No,
I don't know why both of those platforms kind of just don't give me notifications ever for like messages or anything like that.
no
So
weird.
I have my email linked. It's guitarwindsor@gmail.com. But actually, speaking of looking for a bassist, I literally just bought a bass because I
Oh,
got sick and tired of like, I was like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not like I've been looking for a bassist forever, and like I have had a few people who are like good, but it just like wasn't the vibe. Like they have very different like influences. I feel like I'm looking for someone who's very like funk Motown type bass lines. Like I want the bass to be I like my some of my influences I guess for like bass or like fieldy like I was mentioning. Like I like bass that's like at the front of the mix. I like drums that are at the front of the mix.
mhm.
So I don't really like rock bass, like just like playing the same note over and over again. Like I like long held notes and stuff like that. So I guess that's what I'm looking for when it comes
Feeling
to
the bass in your face in the crowd.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
that's killer. Well, thanks again, Sophia. I love your account. I think you kick so much ass, and
You,
whenever
I
I
appreciate it.
see something from you, I make sure I watch it, and I think you do a great job. Are you most active on Instagram? Do you think?
I cross post everything.
Oh, you do. See, I don't
So
have TikTok because again, I'm 52.
Yeah, I post everything on TikTok, YouTube,
Oh,
Instagram, and then I just started posting on Facebook. So four platforms.
shit.
Yeah, TikTok I've been doing the longest. Instagram I started a year after my Tik. Actually, no, I started it on YouTube. This is okay. Here's a little side note. I started on YouTube and I would post full length covers, and they would get like 20, 30 views. And then I hit 100 subscribers, and so I did like a little reel, like a little shorts video, like thank you, and it got like 1,000 views. And so I started doing those over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically I um started just filming those like all the time because I was like, hey, I'm getting way more engagement with this type of content. And then I started my TikTok and I kind of neglected my YouTube for quite a while. So I
But
just
you're
started,
back.
now
Back
I'm
with a
back.
vengeance.
Yes. Yes.
Sweet. Okay, what's your plan for the rest of the day?
Um, all right, I gotta
Make love
prepare.
to your guitar or what?
I gotta practice. I know, so me and Julian are actually going to the studio this week to record
Oh, nice.
the first single that I was talking to you about that I want to release. So I gotta practice that. I gotta learn a couple songs for to post this week. I gotta get a bass amp. Like I said, I just ordered a bass. Now I gotta get a bass amp. But yeah, I think play guitar and prepare for the studio.
Nice.
Uh,
Well, cool. I will tag you when I throw
I,
some of this
uh,
stuff around, and if you want to collab, that's beauty. If not, that's also beauty. No pressure.
oh yeah, of course.
So yeah, you're at Guitar Windsor
Hmm.
across the board everywhere, right?
Across the board, yes.
Beauty. Okay. Rock
Okay,
and roll.
thank you so much. I feel like I kind of rambled a few
No,
times.
not
Like
at all.
I appreciate the platform and I appreciate you giving me the time of day and I'm very grateful.